And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. J. Gonzalez.
Thank you very much, Mark, and good evening, everyone. Thank you for taking time from your busy schedules to be here with us. I'd like to thank a special group, our principals. If you're a principal in the room, please stand and be recognized. All our principals, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you all. McAllen ISD is a high-performing district because we have top-quality leadership, we have great teachers, we have great staff across our entire district, and we have awesome parent support, and ultimately our students, they're able to perform at very high levels. So we're very proud of our student body, our entire district. Tonight, the aims and objectives is to give you information with regard to where we are with the tax ratification election. As Mark mentioned, we're very proud of the fact that the community supported us and trusted us with those important funds. And we talked about things we wanted to do, and tonight is about talking about what we've done so that we can keep things transparent and communicate with our constituents and in our community, and to make sure that we continue on this path of transparency. To start out with, I'd quickly like to talk about our strategic plan and how everything is driven by the 4 goals and the 7 strategies of our strategic plan. Goal 1 is what we're all about, that's student achievement and student focus. That's what we do very, very well. Goal 2 is people development. Then we look at goal 3 and we look at financial priorities or facility priorities, and then we have goal 4 with financial priorities. All of these goals drive what we do as a district, and as a team of 8, we came up with these 4 goals, and they really give us a compass to keep us true to our mission. Then we have our 7 strategies that we worked with our community, and these 7 strategies are congruent with the 4 goals, but they help push our organization. And they're completely tied to what I'm going to talk about with regard to all the great work that we've done along the way. And I do want to preface the conversation with the fact that McAllen ISD has a long history of success. There's been many great administrators that have come through, many great superintendents, many great board members, and it's a long history of 110 years of why we're here today as a top-notch organization. We're just continuing to move in a very, very positive direction. And with regard to what we've done, tonight is about what we've done with the tax ratification election dollars. And just wanted to recap quickly what we did. We took 11.5 cents from our interest and sinking fund, and that's where we pay our debt services with. We took those 11.5 cents and we put them into our maintenance and operation to give us a total tax rate of $1.15.5. So when we moved those pennies over, it generated approximately $7.8 million for us to continue moving forward. One thing that I pointed out along the path when meeting with community members before the TRE was this isn't new money that we were asking for. What we wanted to do as a district is to continue to operate like we operated in 15-16 and 16-17 when we utilized the disaster tax relief. There was floods in Hidalgo County. We were able to take the 11.5 cents and move them over without voter approval. But when we got to the tax ratification in 18, we needed to go to the voters so that we could have permission to leave those 11.5 cents over and continue operating like we were operating. So we earmarked dollars to do some great things. And when we went on the road and we talked about what we wanted to do, we talked about things such as facility security upgrades. We all know that's #1 priority is student achievement, student focus, and we wanted to be world-class with regard to our facility security upgrades. We're very proud of our perimeter fencing. If you've driven around the city and seen our campuses, you'll notice that 23 of our campuses are fenced already. You'll see our comprehensive high schools. I'm looking at Mr. Gonzalez here. You think about Mac High now, it's completely fenced. We have a security hut. We have controlled traffic coming in and out with regard to vehicles and foot traffic. So 23 of our perimeters are done. The TRE has allowed us to continue on that path. So the TRE has us aimed at Garza, Bettis, Rayburn, Hendricks, Castañeda, Travis, Morris, and Fossum. Those are projects that we have coming up. But I'm proud to report that we have 23 completed. Another big security measure that we took as a district is our security lobbies. If you've been to our middle schools lately, you'll notice that you can no longer just walk right in to a campus. I was principal at Cathy Middle School for a number of years, for 6 years, and one of my concerns at Cathy, I'd be on lunch duty and I'd be standing there with 350 kids at lunch and staff members, and there would be direct access to our student body. And I'd always worry about that. I mean, we have a safe community. We're one of the safest communities in the United States. never felt unsafe, but I always had concern. So when you walk into Kathy now, for example, you walk into a security foyer where you have to be buzzed in, where you have to have permission to go through, where you don't have access to the student body. And the same is true for all of the other middle schools, and the same is true for all of the other elementaries. And the security hut, or the security measures at Roe are already in place. So what we're looking at with regard to security lobbies is Memorial High School and Mac High. That's where we're at right now with regard to the in progress with TRE dollars. So we're excited that we've come so far and we've been working so hard. But you put perimeter fencing and you couple that with security lobbies, and now you have a safer environment. And it's because we came together as a community and we really put school safety on the forefront that we have that. The next step is we have surveillance systems in which we're able to be at many places at one time through surveillance cameras. And administration at the campus level has access to their surveillance cameras. And we also have our police department that simultaneously has access to what's going on across the district. We have 25 completed out of the 31. So 6 of them are in progress. 6 of them are in progress right now, but I'm proud to report that 25 are completed. So you take perimeter fencing with security lobbies with world-class surveillance systems, and now you have a safer school. Now you have an environment where teachers can teach, students can learn, principals can lead in an environment that is controlled, in an environment that there's surveillance, in an environment where everything is secure, not only to traffic, but to foot traffic as well. In talking to the community, one of the things that we discovered in a meeting just like this and getting feedback from parents and community members is they felt that it would be important to have certified police officers at our elementary schools as well. We have 4 certified peace officers at every high school. We have 1 at every elementary. And because the community came out and supported us on the tax ratification election, I'm very proud to report that we have our 19 officers already hired and they've been in place at every elementary school. So we're very proud of that. Yeah, this is a big one for us. I've been in the district for 21 years and I've worked with our police department, and I'll tell you that it is a special force because our police officers are certified peace officers, but they understand how to work with children. They understand how to work in the dynamic of a school system. And I can tell you as a father, I have a pre-K student, a kindergarten student, and a first grade student, and they love their police officer. He's their friend. He's their hero. He's their person that they look up to. So they're already conditioning my little ones that the men and women in blue are there to protect and love and serve them. So as they get to middle school, they'll already be conditioned to trust our police department. When they get to high school, they'll be conditioned. When they get to college, when they get out into society, from a very young age, they'll understand that our police officers are here for us. And I can say with a lot of confidence that when you take perimeter fencing, security lobbies, surveillance, and officers across our system, we're one of the safest school districts, not only in the Valley, but in the United States. And in the event that something should happen, and God forbid it does, we're in a position to act quickly and swiftly. Our officers are ready, willing, and able to take action. But more than that, they're a support system for us on a day-to-day business, on a day-to-day with regard to our business. So we're proud of that. And I want to thank the community for that, because number 1, it was a recommendation from the community. But number 2, we couldn't have done it if you wouldn't have gone out and supported us on that tax ratification election. And we're very, very proud of that. Also, with the police department, we took security upgrades to a higher level with regard to crisis communication software. And in this day and age, as we get deeper into the 21st century, we know that software, communication software, including maps and building layouts and how we can track our officers, is very, very important. And we were able to do that with tax ratification money. So we love that. And then we got some furniture and some hardware, and that's in progress. But when you look at security fencing, when you look at lobbies, when you look at police officers, surveillance cameras, software, all of these things, when I'm at work as a father, I can rest easy that we have systems in place to protect my children. And then as a superintendent, I look at 22,800 kids And I can rest easy that you guys can be at work doing your day-to-day, and we've positioned ourselves to be as safe and secure as possible. Are we perfect? No, we're not. But we're very, very good at what we do in this area, and we're only going to get better. I want to welcome Mr. Ito Alvarado. Our board member just walked in. Thank you, sir, for being here. Appreciate you. Then we take it further. You'll see Mr. McClenny here. He's doing his announcements. And that's a key part of what we do as administrators is we communicate with our staff. We communicate with our student body on a day-to-day. This is part of our system. But when it comes to safety and security, top quality intercom systems are of the utmost importance. I'm proud to report that all of our campuses have quality intercom systems already. The ones that are in progress are Kathy, Sam Houston, Milam, and Seguin. And we're going to get that done. That's coming in the summer of 2019, so we're excited about that. But that's a key to make sure that we have our security upgrades. But what makes me very proud is the fact that we said we were going to do all of this when we asked the community to trust us here in the tax ratification election. And this is specifically what we've done. Specifically what we've done. Taking it a step further, we have defibrillators. We bought 134 defibrillators, and these are top-notch, high-quality defibrillators that we could use in the event of a situation where somebody is experiencing cardiac arrest. We know across the world, heart disease and cardiac arrest is a major problem. So should you as an individual either personally be experiencing a situation or have to address a situation, this device right here saves lives. This device will tell you exactly what you need to do. It'll walk you through the steps that you need to follow to save somebody's life. So this is another security measure that we said we were going to get into, and we did. We have certified RNs on every campus. We have defibrillators. We have intercom systems that are top-notch. We have software, police officers, perimeter fencing, security lobbies, surveillance, all of these things. All of you made it possible. Our community made it possible. We couldn't have done it without you all. And tonight was about saying, number one, thank you. And number two is we told you we were going to take these measures, and we're proud to report that we've taken these measures. Going further, I'm a former science teacher, and one of the things that is very challenging as a science teacher is to teach a concept, number one, but number two is to go into the lab environment and have students discover, hypothesize, go through a set of procedures, collect data, draw conclusions, and do all these things to internalize content. If you don't have a quality lab, it makes it more difficult. We're proud to report that we told you all that we were going to put some science labs in place. We budgeted $3.3 million to do so. We have science labs coming in the summer of 2019. McAllen High School, Memorial, Rowe, and Lamar Academy will all get upgraded science labs. This room here will no longer be staff development. We're in the process of taking staff development to Lincoln. So this is going to be a large learning space. The room where you just walked in on the south side, that is going to be a science lab, that first room. And this door, when you walk out on 10th Street, there's another room there. That's going to be a quality science lab. So our students at Lamar Academy are going to have top-notch science labs so that they can learn in. And so are the other comprehensive. So we're very, very proud of that. We're very proud of that, and the fact that our students are going to be in an environment where they can produce and perform at very high levels. So that's $3.3 million that we earmarked for that. If you go back to the defibrillators, it's $103,000 with $600 and change. Intercom systems was $440,000. The police department upgrades and everything we did there was $85,600. Our officers, $983,693, and that's a recurring cost. If you take all of this, perimeter fencing, security lobbies, surveillance, you're looking at $1 million. All of that is possible because our community came forward and said, we're going to support you. We're going to take care of you. We're going to put you in a position to be able to swap those pennies and generate some dollars. What makes us most proud is that we were able to compensate our staff. That was one of the big ones. We have great systems and processes. We have great programs in McAllen ISD, but I'll tell you, what makes our district so special is our people. And we wanted to make sure to compensate our people. We were able to give a 1% raise before the TRE, but we told you all, should the TRE be successful, we'll give an additional 1.5%. So staff members got 2.5% of the midpoint, teachers got 2.99% of the median market value, and that was retroactive. It passed in September, and they got their raise in October. We hustled on that. You can see smiling faces. They just got paid right there. So, round of applause for you all for supporting this. We're proud to report a 20-year teacher. We used to be ranked at number 9. If you're 20 years in our area, we were ranked number 9 as a district with regard to teacher pay, and that bump got us to number 7. If you back it up to our brand new teachers with 0 years experience, we were ranked number 7, and that raise got us to number 6. So it's not where we want to be, but we added value to the system and we moved, and it was only possible because you all supported us. So we're very proud of that. As I end my presentation and open it up for questions, I also want to point out that we worked in a $500,000 contingency allowance on the TRE funds, and that's just good business. Whenever you're building a house, an apartment complex, a skyscraper, whatever it is that you're building, you want to work in a contingency. So we have these dollars should we have to make any adjustments along the way here. But we were transparent with that, and we were transparent with that and told you that we were going to put that contingency in over here. So just wanted to point out that we did put in the contingency. One of the other things we talked about is a maintenance tax note. That's the next phase. Administration is currently working with the board right now. We're proposing a maintenance tax note. It's much like a home equity loan. So we're looking at going out. We have great credit. We have low bond debt. We have a healthy fund balance. So we're in a perfect position to go out for a maintenance tax note, approximately $27 million. And we do the exact same thing. With a maintenance tax note, it doesn't call for a vote. It doesn't call for raising taxes. All it is a loan. It's a maintenance tax note. Right? And it would be to the tune of approximately $27 million for existing facilities. So you can't create anything new. You have to build on an existing footprint. We do the same thing. We're in the process. The board's given us the directive to tell us, hey, look at your facilities education master plan. We have a facilities education master plan. This facilities education master plan is our blueprint for what we do. And it tells us exactly what we need to do over the next 10 years with the replacement schedules and everything else. So it's not going to be hard for us at all to find $27 million worth of work. We're going to prioritize that, take it to the board, and then follow the same process. Tell you what we want to spend it on. Within a 3-year period, do whatever it is that we're going to do, what we feel is important as a community and an administration and a board. And then we'll lay it out again. In 2026, we'll be eligible for another maintenance tax note for approximately $27 million, and we do the drill again. It's chipping away at what we need, but it's progress. And it's progress because our community trusts us. So we're excited about that. So although our facilities education master plan points out the game plan, we're also going to ask for a thought exchange. If you haven't taken part in a thought exchange, we're going to have an open-ended question that asks a simple question. What should we consider as a district in the area of facilities? And then the community is going to put some thoughts in. I believe that we should consider whatever it is that you think we should consider. So that's step 1, put in a thought based on that question. Step 2 is you look at all the other thoughts that people put in and you rate them. Either 1 star, I don't agree with that, or 5 stars. I agree with that very much. Then what happens when you have enough thoughts and enough ratings, you can discover what thoughts rose to the top. And then that's where we'll start to look at the top 10 thoughts to see, are the top 10 thoughts congruent with our facilities education master plan? Did we learn anything from our thoughts? And what can we do to do what we believe is most important as a team with that maintenance tax note? And that's where we are. That's the story of the tax ratification election, how it rolled out, the things we said we were going to do, what we've done, what's in progress, and what the next steps are.